Everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays Monster Train. We won our last run. Have we won once on video with every faction now? If we've lost with a faction, it's definitely the Stygian Guard. Maybe we have no wins with the Stygian Guard. It seems like we have no wins with the Stygian Guard. Alright, I'm just trying to think. What would we like to give them as a bonus? I think we'd like to give them Hellhorned. And maybe try to get some spell weakness, high damage spells coming out there. That seems sensible to me. I like the Frostbite build, I just think we've never managed to make it tick. What do? You remove the buffs. Yeah, okay, you remove the buffs. I really like Glacial Seal. I won't... Oh, we can't do anything about this anyway. Okay, never mind. It's just the question of what we want to do for our unit. I mean, this is both great, but units getting super powered is ridiculous. Oh, damage spells on the floor cost less, or the classic sweep and spell weakness build. I think we'll go sweep spell weakness. I talked about it in other series, by the way. I'm touching my face a lot. You wouldn't believe. We clean the house like nonstop, and by we, I mean mostly Kate. But there's like cat hair everywhere. They're shedding like crazy, dude. So it's getting stuck in my own like scruff, and it's annoying. And I'm sure you're like, why is he touching his face so much? I'm touching my face. I know it's not the best time to be touching your face, okay? But it's also itchy. So we did go for the trial here, because here's my philosophy, okay? We want the trial because we're gonna get enough gold from doing the trial that we can get one unit super powered, hopefully, by having full gold. Full stop. So if we could cast this for one, we'd be stoked. You guys have rage, right? Yeah. So we don't mind playing. Well, it's tough. Whatever we play, you're gonna kill. So it is tricky. I think we like this. You do no damage. So we can put you at the bottom to get some spell weakness on you for next turn. Sure. Then I think we like a train steward in front of you. And I think we like the vent at the top. But really, we don't mind if our own pyre has to do some extra damage here. But spell weakness, remember, it duplicates the damage of a spell. So it's really like, it's good. It's good eats. We could always torch you, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, can I just incant? Helix, Helix. Play you. Hit you. Frostbite on everything. We'll lose the Glacial Seal. Really? Do you have capacity? You do. Okay, so in this case, I actually think we just torch you. Let the pyre take a little damage. We really needed the gold. But let the pyre take a little damage. And, I mean, I really do like the Glacial Seal getting out there, but to be honest, I think a little helical crystal coming out is going to do more for us. Or chrysalis, I should say. Helical chrysalis. This guy doesn't do any damage, so I don't really care about him. No offense, by the way, sir. Get a train steward out there. And then don't really get any benefit for incanting, so we're just going to kind of stall here. So we're oh, you did damage when I killed you, though. Didn't? No. I think, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I think we would like to torch you. Watch how these numbers change when I do this. Now he's taking 35. And then you just go ahead and hit him for another 25 right off the jump here. So he's gonna make it through this floor, but then with the spell weakness stacked up, most of our spells will do a lot to him. Like this should do. Well, I don't know. Is it gonna do 100 twice? Does 120? One of these days I'm gonna get the math right. My math with spell weakness has not been good, but we have so much gold. Okay, +7 magic power. It's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. But you're not a great unit. We don't really have a tanky unit yet. Energy Siphon is decent, I think. It's basically a double... What did I tell you? It's basically a double damage spell. We can probably duplicate Helical Chrysalis, so I don't think we really need to take another one. We could make it even stronger and then duplicate it. So I think we'll try Mollusk Mage. It does do decent amounts of damage, too. Guess. I do like the Ascend. I'm just not sure it works well for the Stygian Guard yet. So I'm almost like... I feel like Rage 3 might do more for us. Although, AoE to take out supporting units at the back is really nice. Even if we do have Sweep, I think, yeah, let's go Rage 3. Let's go Rage 3. Although, we want to get the gold border for as many cards as possible. So taking more of the same cards is not helping us out there. But so we need, ideally a tanky unit, I think. We can probably make the Demon Fiend playable. But the Alpha Fiend, every time it attacks, it's going to be stronger. I think that's just where you start. And then we know this is going to be super buff, right? So, like, we can make you a 25-60. What the heck? That's crazy, dude. That's out of control. You're going to have 4 capacity, which is dangerous. But you're going to be able to hold down, like, a whole floor for yourself early on. The Large Stone. And can't gain 1 armor. There is a temptation to... You know, I'm kind of... To be honest with you... I was kind of thinking... You get the double and can't synergy going here. And then maybe also give it HP. But we could give the Mollusk Mage HP too. I don't think the Glacial Seal is going to do enough damage for that to be worth it. I actually think the Mollusk Mage is going to be your play. I'm realizing now that, like, in my head, I've tricked myself. Yeah, the Train Stewards have got to go. And we could... Oh, I thought we could cut too. I've tricked myself into thinking that somehow we're going to incant enough to put, like, 30 Frostbite on units. We're really not. We're going to hit them slightly. You get stronger when spells are cast, but you do give us a unit draft. I really don't think we have much of a choice. Armor 10 sucks, but I think we can definitely... It's not as bad as something like Spikes, I think. At least we can... This just changes the math slightly. Spikes, you gotta think your way out of it. Dunk, dunk, dunky, dunk, dunka, dunka. Okay, I mean, floor 1, you put out this super creature. We got a really good thing going here. And then I think you don't attack, because, well... Maybe we attack because we don't mind if he gets a little stronger. But we don't really do that much damage with our attack. I think we can afford to pass. But it really only makes us take slightly more damage. To kill you a little faster, I do think is worth it. We're not going to play that for 0, obviously. Just keep in mind, we do have no heals in this deck. So we gotta find a way out of that. Okay, so realistically, the Mollusk kinda shredding it. All of a sudden, we're getting our gold back anyway. We are gonna need to find a way. Keep in mind, by the way, that Alpha Fiend is getting buff every time he attacks. Oh, if we could give him a multi-strike. Oh, who's a good Alpha Fiend? He's a good Alpha Fiend, dude. He's a good Alpha Fiend. We're gonna buff you. Let's check this out. You get out here. We're gonna hit you. You know we're gonna hit you. We're even getting a little extra armor out of that. How do you like that? Alright. So far, so good, right? You do have some spikes. But you're all dying. This is our final wave and you're all dying? Are you okay? Like, I feel bad. How... Oh... I was like, how can it be true? But it's really just because we got sweep and also the Alpha Fiend hits a lot. he hits hard. That went very well. I'm not sold on this yet. I'm not sold on this one yet. Anything, like with spell power, there's obviously a lot of good stuff to like here. But I think we can make... But, like, how are we going to buff this spell? It's really, like... It's only useful to trigger an offering. I think we're actually better off going Titan's Gratitude just for some more damage. Rage 6 is pretty disgusting. Hornbreak getting through armor and shields is even pretty good. But Molting Imp kind of accomplishes like a similar thing. Oh, you really want me to get that Demon Fiend. You're trying to trick me into getting this 50-50 Demon Fiend out here. You play your cards right, I might just fall for it. I'm not sure about this Nameless Siren. Haven't sold me on the Nameless Siren yet. We literally can't play it yet. So the Steelworker, I think, makes another good tank. So I like to see it. We would like to upgrade our spells, but I mean, getting another Stygian unit and a relic, I think we can afford to not upgrade our spells yet because they're already great. When you summon your second units that cost -2, sir, this is the greatest artifact I've ever seen. I should have taken the Demon Fiend. Give me the most expensive unit of all time. Okay, so we want extra armor, or do we want extra spell weakness? I'm here to tell you, I think that the spell weakness is gonna make for some more bombastic situations. You are Ember Deposits. Get 3 calcified Ember now, get upgraded versions later. Honestly, I like this. Take a curse in your deck for no benefit now, but later, you're gonna get some sick stuff. I love that idea. Constructed explosives explode twice. Dangerous, for sure. Because we can play these because we're not spending any energy on our units. We can play those curses, I mean. Alright, so I'm gonna level with you. Floor 1, I don't care. You guys have gotta go. We're gonna play your 10. Okay, isn't that great? You know what? We need to make space for somebody in front. So I think we play our champion. I think we play the other spell weakness 1 floor higher. We'll hit ya. We'll hit ya. And we'll wipe the floor. We really need our tank to come out, though. And there he is. Both of them. So, we like him. You're taking 10 damage. I.e., who cares? And then our other tank, who is just going to get buff as all get out. I think you just play the Purge, dude. Let's just get this garbage out of our deck while we can. I'm not summoning you just to die, so let's not worry about it too much, huh? Oh, and the boss is getting spell weakness, dude. So far, I think we're getting there. We're getting there in a big way. We probably want to torch you. You're quite dangerous. And by torch, I mean don't use torch. I mean use Helical Chrysalis. Get out of here. Then, I'm like, you gotta get torched. That's the best way to spend your time there. I think you might as well just put a Train Steward up a floor. Oh my god, the spell weakness. It just keeps growing. Haste is quite spicy. This is not the turn you want to have, Oh, but it doesn't actually matter at all. Never mind. You know, we might as well get some Frostbite rolling here. And then, there you go. The Frostbite's not going to move the needle too much, but it is something. Alright. Well, we don't even have we need capacity. I think our next thing for sure is capacity. I think we want you to have extra armor. And then... You guys are kind of annoying, but that's about it. Just vent the crap out of this. Get you a little extra armor. And we don't have capacity for our imps, so we'll just pass turn. My word. It never stops getting better, dude. Okay, you're not dead? You're not dead? I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I'm offended. You know what? We screwed up the spell weakness on you a little bit. I'm like, do we do better to just incant? I don't know. We definitely do not do better just to incant. I'm a little surprised at this floor not being very good for us. We're still gonna get you. The spell weakness is gonna send you. We just need to get a helical chrysalis. We got it, but I am like, you know what? We could just stack up spell weakness and try to play it on the next floor. You're already taking 35. What I'm about to do is a little dangerous, but it's in the interest of making our deck better by getting rid of one of those first cards. So we're deliberately throwing a floor, but really all we need is any damage spell. Any damage spell will kill you. And Helical Crystal is a damage spell, so get out of here. It's good stuff. A rare pack. I do like Impalate when it works, but like... I think it's good. We're gonna take more imps anyway, probably. Incant. Draw one, and this unit gets -5. Thanks, I hate it. Although... in an Awoken ally deck, I could totally see it. Rage 4. If you slay a unit, apply 3 to friendly units. The question for me becomes, do we have enough tank to put in front of you to keep you alive? I think we can make it happen. We need capacity. Energy is like really... We don't need energy at all right now. Capacity is for sure the big move. I really like this move. I think we do want a 50-50 Demon Fiend. But for duplication, hold on. Because I think we go here. We're going to cut... We could cut the Ember. But we can play the Ember anyway. So I think I'd rather just dump both of these Train Stewards. And then we're going to dupe the Alpha Fiend, I think. Mollusk Mage is some interesting stuff, but I think the Alpha Fiend, 2 25/60s that cost 0. Yeah, that's pretty good. Spell weakness 2, very nice. I know we could always pivot. I'm not a pivoter. I stay the course. You ever look at Isaac? We're on episode 1800. Okay, I really can't afford to have spikes because it will kill my sweep units. Unfortunately, it's a situation where you really just... You don't go for the trial on this one. It's just mathematically stupid. Okay, so we got a good setup here. We have a Steelworker. We have our champion. Why not? Really? Kind of, I don't know. I'm like, maybe you're better off at the front to just tank a hit. You're not really useful to us as a minion. You're more just kind of like... The fact that you just protected our tank from getting hit once is more valuable, I think. Now, can we put a real tank down here? We can. The Demon Fiend. 50-50 with no scaling. So really, he just exists to let our other tank pog off. And then on the floor above, the Alpha Fiend and the Branded Warrior are gonna get ridiculous. I mean, it's a pretty easy choice here. You're gonna make it though, which is very disappointing to me. You're not gonna make it because you had spell weakness. Let's go. All right. You have spell weakness, so like anything will kill you. Will kill you. In fact, right now I kind of like letting you do the damage because then you're gonna get the slay trigger. So in that case, we might as well just do that and that. The Alpha Warrior, we want him on the 3rd floor, but we can wait. I mean, he costs 0. Which is hilarious, by the way. And again, there's not, like... You don't have to sweat this one too much. I think you can set up for, like, a super spell floor. You might as well get out there. That's all I'm gonna say. But then, like, our other units... There's not much reason for them to even be out. We'd rather, like, torch us. Well, there are no small units. There's no space. We need more capacity is really what it comes down to. Even though we just got more capacity, it would still benefit us for sure to get a little higher there. I don't know how we're going to do it, but, you know, it's the thought that counts or something. So we can just, like, go buck wild on this floor. We have an Alpha Fiend we'd rather put in front here, so... But an Alpha Fiend is only 2, right? No, it's 4, never mind. Because we have the large stone. So you're dying. With spell weakness, though... Hear me out here. You really... We're doing that for 3 armor? I don't think so. Get out of here. Get out of here. We can still incant for 1, though. Brief respite? No. Final wave. That was brief respite. Alright. Alright. I mean, you definitely start here. And then the vent is going to do a lot of work for us, actually. You take a 195. We're still waiting on that Alpha Fiend. We'd love to have some, and we're not even going to be able to play the Silo fight. We need to have a way to rearrange units. That's what I'm realizing now. Everything's going to be fine, by the way. Our bottom floor is not going to get it done. Our middle floor might, but even if they don't, all we need is 1 spell. Almost any spell will kill you. Now, we didn't get a spell, but we're almost killing you anyway. So we want that Alpha Fiend up at the front. And then play these 3. And it's, again, it's still fine. But literally, all we had to do was draw a spell. and you would have been killed. This time, we got a spell. Oh, but... Surely we can find a better turn to play that. Those don't stay in my deck, do they? No. Really don't think we need another mollusk. I'm not really convinced that we need any of those. I'm kind of content where I stand. I think armor 10 is acceptable. I don't really want to move a unit to the front, but we just apply this on our tank. Okay, here's the payoff, boys. Oh. Convert all calcified ember to excavated ember. So I shouldn't have played them. But it is still nice to have. I didn't realize that. I thought they would... I guess I should have read the text. Let's just be honest. I think it's a good time to upgrade spells. Duplicating is always super powerful. But, we really... I don't think we need another Alpha Fiend. Remove Consume, and it costs more. Why not? We're always going to be happy to see it. It replaces itself. And then we'll also make it free. Plus 20 magic power and Consume. I mean, Torch kind of sucks. So to upgrade it so it gets out of our deck is okay. Permafrost, I really don't like Permafrost that much. It can be good, don't get me wrong. 35 twice? 35 twice is okay. And then we'll upgrade it to make it cost less. Okay. And then we should be able to remove 2 cards. Certainly our Train Stewards are no longer worth much. We do need another unit, though. Coming up soon. Because our imps are not... Well, I mean, they're units, but they're not... You know what I mean. They're not like real units, sort of. They weren't supposed to be around in the area. Might as well heal for 4, and we're moving on. So far, so good, by the way. So far, so good. So extra units on each floor, or units start on each floor, is totally okay. Again, if our Pyre takes a hit, but it lets us buy an upgrade for a unit that we can then duplicate, like, it scales so quickly that I think you take the risk. So I'll start you right here. We love this. Might as well protect the pyre. You guys are all dying. We could protect you from some damage, but, like, definitely not a big deal. And we have a sweep unit on the bottom floor, which is just, you know, who doesn't love it? Me? Nobody asked you, okay? This is, I want to be very clear. This is not really a tough one. The only thing that makes it tricky is where we want to put the units. I think... but the branded warrior is so freaking weak, dude. We really... I think we let these two get up. Well, work with me for a second here. This is the floor setup we want. We also get gold out of it. I would love to keep you alive. I think we could... Hold on. Toast you. And then just play this? You're not living. And that sucks. We're gonna need... Oh, but that's okay. We have another Alpha Fiend we can drop down there. This time he just didn't live long enough to get out of control. We could put the Demon Fiend down there, but an Alpha Fiend does a lot better on the bottom floor, I think, because they get more strike triggers. You need to be played up here to kill this guy next turn. We can fit you, but the thing is, like, spell weakness is bad here. We really need to find more capacity so that we can play this unit on this floor. Right now, it's not working for us. We're gonna, once we beat this boss, which is still a long way away, I think we need to level capacity one more time. Which is so nobody's more surprised than me. That's I didn't think it would be that relevant. Oh, I thought you were the one that does the damage. My mistake. You're dying. We don't want to take away your Slay trigger if possible. But you're gonna hit for 31. So your Slay trigger is done regardless. So I think really it's like, you know what, dude? Why don't you take some armor and stay at the front? And then we'll stop you from doing damage. Although you're gonna give buffs to the other enemies. I think that's fine. I can live with that. We got enough tanky boys on this run. Tanky boys and big spells. That's what we got going for us. So Excavated Ember. Not getting yeeted is fantastic. Man, if only I could fit this freaking spell anywhere. Or this... Well, okay. Not spell, it's a unit, but that's... Put Glacial Seal. We really want the Mollusk to kind of be like our endgame helper. Alright. I don't know if we're going to kill the enemy. We don't kill the enemy turn 1. What do you have? Stealth 8! Stealth 8! Come on, man. I think we definitely do like that still. And I think we like this. Still not doing any damage to you. Do you sweep? You don't sweep. Surprising to me. This is gonna be spiced. You got 1 stealth remaining. You're taking 54 damage. That's a start. So we'll just hit you with our highest damage spells. You getting no spell weakness is really the dangerous part there. That's the nasty part. So I'm gonna hit you twice. We'll do this. Now, next floor, we really just... You're not even gonna have any spell weakness on you. We just gotta send you. You're taking 146. Man, I wish I had a torch to destroy this and get the Silophyte out there, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I'm a little concerned that we're not going to be able to, that the Pyre won't be able to get the kill here. That's dangerous to me. We're doing 36. No, we're going to live, but we're going to live with, like, almost none. It's very bad for us. Very bad for us moving forward. Okay. None of this is great. Guardian's Amulet, if you can discard it, you apply sap 3 to enemy units. It really works well against multi-strike units. I think we can afford to give it a try. Sacrifice an imp. Gain 2 energy, draw 1. Consume, apply rage. Consume, double the rage. I really don't think any of this does it for us. We just don't have enough imps, honestly. So we need a big upgrade. Pyre health might not hurt. We do have a Pyre health option, but I think your units are going to be the play, right? Surely the units are the play. Start with the relic. Although we do have some decent incant abilities, I feel like a slay trigger on every unit is going to be legendary. A unit having endless, huh? So this is a really decent thing to bring back on an imp, I think. A unit starting with Rage 7 is pretty sick, too. Like, let's just start plus 10 damage. It works. It works really well. Preferably on, like, a multi-hit or something like that, but... Is it worth 80 to get this imp out there like crazy? We really run out of capacity too much for this to be likely to be relevant. But we can use it as a shield, so I think it is worth it. And then I do think Rage 7, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, start this guy with Rage 11. Why not? And then plus 10 damage. I really don't want to put bad stuff on good units. I would really rather give plus 10 damage to our sweep unit. Okay, and then we'll re-roll. And then we can make a unit super tanky. 2 large stones. I don't know about that. I don't know about all that. What about this? You know? This makes the Silophyte much more useful. We still have 70. What's your HP? 50? You know what? Take another one. Now you're a 31 sweeper that applies spell weakness. These guys already have 1 large stone. We want them to be playable. We want to be able to play them. This guy is just going to exist to tank hits. So honestly, I'm like, give the damage to somebody who tends to stay at the back. Which is really you. Okay. Not bad. And now we got the Concealed Cavern still. The heck is that? Trap Shoot. Consume. Descend the unit to the bottom floor, but apply Dazed 2. The hook. Ascend the unit to the Pyre room. Apply Dazed 3. Think we're always gonna want to be able to descend. And we can only use it once. We really want to stack up a disgusting... Here's our win condition, okay? We stack up 1 floor where they spend a lot of time. They take a lot of spell weakness damage. Then when they move up to the next floor, there's just like an imp there. We cast 1 spell and it gets multiplied, like, you know, as many times as possible. But this is going to be tight. I don't know if we can make it happen. Spell Shield 5. It's not great. First draw means a lot, I think. So we definitely like the Titan has to be here. And then we want the classic healer in front. I don't really know how much damage this is going to do. 42. Well, you got spell shield, brother. Well, I mean, what do you want me to do? Everything that we've got just attacks the front unit, so I ain't sweating it too much. Okay, so we definitely want you on the bottom floor as well, but this does rely on you being the tank, weirdly enough, which kind of sucks. But our other dude is not going to live long enough. So I think you got to eat that. And then when you die, he's going to be all armored up. He can be like Tank 2.0. You're going to get a rage trigger, which is beautiful. So we just like an alpha fiend here. And then like an alpha fiend here. We can't fit a demon fiend anywhere, which is why we need, like, the removal. We might as well play this, just to get rid of some... I mean, it doesn't do anything, but there's no reason not to play it. If we had an incant trigger, we could have made something happen. Okay. This is where things get interesting. Apply sap 3. Or we could not. I really think we just don't, because you do really well with armor. Although you did get incanted. And you have a spell shield. You don't, though, so I think Impalate is like a kind of a gimme on you. Although we did take away the Slay trigger, probably. You're doing fine. The more you get to attack, the better. You're endless as well. So I kind of, like, don't mind putting you here, but you're not going to die. So if you're not going to die, there's not much point in putting you there. We have no incant triggers waiting to happen. I honestly think we pass. I really want to play the Imp in a place where we can use it to tank damage like a spell. But in order to do that, first we need to descend the unit. Which we can only do once, which is very scary. We don't have to worry about it on this turn, thankfully. You know, we'd really like to descend the Mollusk. It's good, but I'm not doing anything with it right now. So you're dying. You're taking 10. You might be able to make the Mollusk get some payout. You put it here, you descend it a floor, or you descend one of these guys. I mean, applying rage to all enemy units on a huge floor is pretty sick. You're taking 60 and 50. You've got spell weakness. I mean, if you got spell weakness, we gotta send it. It's just science. You got no spell weakness, so we'll just give you one of those. Good punches. Oh, you love to see that. And because of the Slay trigger, like, our units are doing pretty well. They're all getting even more buffed than usual. You definitely start there. Now, the question is... Oh, you hover over, take 4x damage. That's so helpful. We do want to descend the unit. It will get dazed. I still think you descend the Mollusk, so you can take maximum advantage. It goes all the way to the bottom. They probably said that on the card. Yeah, descend the unit to the bottom floor. Whoops. Anyway, you still got a +7 spell power. So, like, I still think it's real sick or whatever. So, you know, why don't you take one of those and call me in the morning? And look, your spell weakness is gone. My bad. No reason to play the Imp. You pass this one. Oh, come on. So I'd like to, like, keep my unit here alive. It's not easy, though. You're both dying. You're dying. We're not dying. So we want to kill the units on the ground level as quickly as possible. I can't believe one of you is going to live. That's just unfathomable to me. What if I sap you, though? We could get the sap for free. We didn't. Wait, you're dead? How did that happen? You're so good. Hello, Tomo. Well, there's no place for the Demon Fiend just yet, so... There may never be, just for the record. Capacity continues to be a real issue. Alright, so I'm just gonna say, we gotta be on final... It's not final wave, never mind. It's gotta be soon, though. Because we have so much spell power, I know we're crunching you pretty quickly here. I don't think we're going to get you yet, though. Do we want to play imps? Not really. Again, we kind of want to play the imp at the front, which is sadly not working out very well for us. The spell weakness is, though. Okay. You're taking 98. That's really bad. But, do you sweep? Multi-strike, but no sweep. We are going to get some spell weakness on you. We're definitely going to start here, though. That's 259 damage. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you. You'll love to see it. And, you know, honestly, 98, I don't know. You might as well play it. You do get more armor. I don't know how much that's going to move the needle for you, but... more spell weakness, please. Let's go. 6 spell weakness is still pretty good. Although this is not what we were looking for. Honestly, I think we sapped the crap out of you. And then we just hit you with another spell on a future floor. Now you're taking much more damage. Well, you're taking more damage. Please, God. I was just going to say, just give me my good spell. Thank you. I appreciate it a great deal. You've given me my good spell. You'll love to see it. You're dead. All right. Capacity. Energy is not an issue. Capacity is a major issue. Discard your hand, draw 5. There's enough in there for me, I think. It's funky, don't get me wrong, because we only have like one card that gets a good trigger on discard, but I think it's still good enough. And this is a perfect path for me. We heal a little, we can make our unit stronger. A sweep unit having quick, oh, come on. I think our Slay unit getting a benefit from quick is the easy one there, so they can get the kills faster. And then we can buy both of these. What unit would we like to make stronger? Honestly, the Steelworker... it's not really that great of a tank, unfortunately. But I think that's good use of gold. You can be impressed with your use of gold. Our champion is going to get spell weakness 3, I'm assuming. I think this is maybe the furthest now we've ever made it on a Stygian guard build. It's exciting. Ah, the rail spikes. I really think we want to make like a torch do a bunch of damage and then get removed from our deck. I don't think the torch is all... we want to draw as many helical chrysalises as possible. That's really the game plan. So the less other spells we have in our deck, the better. Non-boss enemies heal to full when they move up. Oh. Oh. I feel like I can't. Even with the spell weakness setup, but it is tempting. It is tempting. So usually, we like to have Titan's Bane down here no matter what. We need a tanky creature that attacks a lot. Then, well, we're going to cast this. I think we're going to go Demon Fiend as a tank. And Branded Warrior. We'd like to keep space for the Mollusk to be here, because the second floor is a great time for us to land some spells. You're in a tight spot, I've noticed. So I'm like, do you put the Steelworker up at the front here to guard this guy? It does cost 0. I think there's something to that. You're getting away unless I play this for 3. And I think it's advisable because it's going to take away your multi-strike. I think this works. Now you're just doing 8 damage. Nobody cares. We're about to get funky, okay? This Demon Fiend is moving down a floor. And the Alpha Fiend's taking a spot. This way, this bottom floor just continues to get disgusting. We can also use our armor to move that Demon Fiend to the front. Keep swapping units in and out here. Okay, so you have spell weakness. Pretty much gotta get you. We gotta find a way to get this. I always forget about the freaking sweep unit, dude. Son of a. Well, with one space, that looks pretty darn good. That does well. And that does well. I don't know. You are still a 3160 sweep. I think it's almost just worth it. Deal 5 damage to the front enemy on death. You're giving everybody multi-strike, so guess what? You're gone. This seems good enough to me. You gotta pay more attention to the incant triggers for sure. There's no space for the mollusk. I think like you almost like don't play anything here, as weird as it sounds. I mean, obviously you play something. Let's not be stupid. But what I mean is, we do get to apply sap to all these units by default. So let's just start there. We basically get a free turn. And you have to die, which makes you guys much easier to deal with. I think we want this Demon Lord at the front now, which is great news because you get your armor resolve triggers. You're taking some damage. No one can'ts, no one can'ts. What do you want me to do? There's no other, like, place for this. We can get, like, yeah, I was just gonna say, we can get one armor trigger. This is a deck where we really straddled a couple of different archetypes. And I think if we succeed, it will be in spite of our wonky deck construction, not because of it, for sure. Should have incanted on the bottom floor. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you're quick, so you're getting a kill anyway. Nobody's getting a kill here, so makes sense to do something like that. And then just really, like, incant on the bottom floor to give this guy as much armor as possible. You're taking 600 damage. That's what you love to see. That's great stuff. You have to go. No, the multi-strike, I mean, we want you to go. Do you have to go? You don't have to. But it will have the damage output. Even though this is nice, I actually... Well, you have to... Yeah, you have to play it for 3. I still think you do it. Now you're taking 715. It's a little better, I guess. We might as well play you up at the top now. Maybe not. It's alright. You know how it works. This is all about spell weakness. We want this fight to go on long enough that you get enough spell weakness that any spell can take you down to lethal. And I mean, it's pretty much working. You're gonna take like times 20 damage. Maybe like times 30 damage from whatever spell we send out. 28 times damage from the next damage spell. Oh, you'll love to see it. Alright. I really still think, like, Drain is pretty good. Anything that applies Sap, I think, is real solid. To be honest, I definitely think you can get value out of Tiresome Climb. I think being able to move units is helping us out, even though it looks clumsy right now. We're on the final boss fight, brother. That's stunning to me. God, I would kill for some capacity, though. This is a tough choice. Well, I really don't think we have to remove cards. So I think the thing with duplicate is, what do you duplicate? We already don't have enough space to play all our units. So duplicating a unit makes no sense. This just, like, isn't good enough to move the needle. You could duplicate a helical chrysalis. There's value there, but you could also come over here, which is what I'm gonna do, and like get holdover on it, which we didn't. However, I think you hold on. Hear me out here. Leave for a second. We gotta check this shop. Silence a unit at the start of battle. Summon 4 random units from your deck to the middle floor. Oh, no, no, no. 50% chance to silence an enemy unit when it enters the train. It's really nice, honestly, but sap kind of covers some of that benefit for us already. I think we're on full, like, reroll and look for holdover territory. Removing consume is good. And it's tough, because this works well for us, but I also think we can... Being able to move units more often is going to be really nice. So let's make Ascend cheaper as well. And then plus 10 magical power. Honestly, I think it's going to get enough on Vent. The plus 10 would have helped us out a lot to be able to play it for 0. We got 40 gold. You got anything for me? I'm not super confident, but I think there's a chance. You remove half of buff and debuff. So removing the debuff of spell weakness is horrible. And the rage. Honestly, you seem to counter us pretty well. So we have 40 damage coming out here. I'm really, like, looking at this. I think you played the Silophyte as a tank and hope to get another tank in front soon after. You're taking a lot of damage, don't get me wrong. And we want you up here so you can get buff as heck. Like, do some damage to you. You're healing for 9 this floor. That's spicy. But you are going to have 2 stacks of spell weakness. Also spicy. Ember Drain. Very dangerous. Okay, so we wanted another blocker, but we kind of need to protect you. And by kind of, I mean, like, very much need to protect you. We would love to kill the Ember Drain unit, too. Basically, we got a lot of things going on. I think we can apply sap to all these guys. Or would we rather apply it to you? I think we'd still die if we sapped you for 3. You have to play it. Okay, so the Alpha Fiend will go up here then, for now. And then our Slay Warrior will move down a floor. And then we'll hit you very hard. And then we'll apply sap times 3, which will also discard our offering sap card, which will actually give you sap 6. So all of a sudden, you're doing nothing. You're doing a little. Let's put it that way. All right. We're not really Ember Drained. So you are dying, which is obviously bad. But we could put a unit up at the front. Might let us live. I think you gotta try. It's living, dude. That's living. So you're pretty much a guaranteed, like, Impolate setup. The only question is, do we want Glacial Seal? And I feel like the answer is, why not? So you're super dead. Do we really... You know, I'm almost like a steel worker up at the top. He's doing something. We might as well let him get buff as heck, dude. And do a little damage to the boss. Okay. So now we're talking about we got some weirdness, because we can ascend units. When we ascend them, they're going to ascend to the back, but that does allow us to, like, reorient the positioning a little bit, right? So, like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, if I move you up, you'll be dazed. However, That means we'll have space at the front to play a Demon Fiend. Weird. So let's do that. So we're gonna move you up. Put a Demon Fiend at the front. My god. We do still have an Alpha Fiend. Why not, I guess? We do want to put him behind, though, because we want that guy to always tank a hit. Now, we do have an Incant. Now, we have no place for the Mollusk, which is bad. But units are going to die. Over time. The Ember Drain is horrible. We can really only play units on Ember Drain. Yeah, so we're kind of like, we're stuck here. But, there you go. So it's going to get a little spicy. Oh, you are dying. To the sweep unit, of course. We do have an Incant trigger. Oh, that was the bonus one! Let's go! That was the one that had the 10 bonus damage, so the spell weakness actually, it went really well. And we put 2 frostbite on them. Alright, whatever. You think you're cool, you're not that cool. You're dead, which is great. You're dead, which is not good. You're both dying, which is horrendous. I don't know how much we can do to stop that. Very little, I think. We're better off trying to keep this going, but it's not looking great. The spell weakness is such an important part of this run. Losing 2 tanks is not going to help out too much. We do have an endless series of the same imp. And then a mollusk mage to lay down their life, I suppose. I think for sure we gotta try to keep some of these enemies, or some of these creatures alive. My god, it worked. Because you're endless anyway. Might as well put you up here for the rage bonus. Oh, I don't know about this one, boys. The Ember Drain is a real pain in the you-know-what. We have the sap, but we can't play it. So our champion is... Realistically, they're just done. Okay? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But there's not much we can do to stop it. I'd rather you get hit, so we get the bonus again. Alright. So no spell weakness really renders this run pretty much impossible to win. I think we got a hard countered by a boss that was like perfect for us. Perfect to destroy us, that is. We really want to play this for 0. Yikes. Well, it's not... It wasn't for 0, but it's not like we're doing anything with our mollusk mage anyway. We might be able to play it instead of the imp. And I'm like, even the boss is taking no damage. This is like, it's a problem. So I think we have to ascend you. At least make this final floor a little tougher. You do have spell weakness. You do have spell weakness. Three. I really thought it would actually make it through, but it didn't. It's alright, we only lose our... Oh, we unlocked something. Maybe the final covenant? Alright. This should be interesting. Said nobody. You're taking 1 damage. Hey. We got something going. Alright, hold on. I gotta think about this one. This one's a little spicy still. Can you move your speech bubble? Thank you. So you can take some armor. For sure. You get sapped. And then the imp does nothing. Now you're taking 149. The pyre will be killed, but honestly, I'm not too disappointed in this one. I thought we held together a ramshackle deck relatively well, and then it's all gonna fall apart here. We only really struggled on a boss that removed our spell weakness stacks, but it's not a bad run. Not a bad run. We learned a lot, especially like don't get rid of those calcified embers. They can fill your deck with some great stuff. So we did unlock the melting remnant. Oh my god, it's the perfect Squidward face. Stygian guard. Pyre bounds. Ascend all enemy units on this floor and apply daze 3. Yo, so you could send them up to the pyre to get hit for 3 times. That's so good. Apply spell weakness 2 to enemy units when they enter the floor below the pyre room. Could be pretty good for sure. Add 2 random imp units to your hand. Rage adds an additional +1 per stack. I mean, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Sorry, Cobalt. Looks like I got you again. I'm just joking. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you watched all 1 hour, 1 minute, and 31 seconds, I'm going to assume you enjoyed the video. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But clicking the like button, it sends a message to YouTube. This guy's content is good. Show it to more people. And show me more like it. It's the single best way you can help me out as a content creator. So please do click the button if you enjoyed the episode. Apart from that, though, thanks for watching. I'll be in the comments, and I'll see you next time. See ya!